The early 70s, a time when America had just landed the first man on the moon. It was in the middle of a war in Vietnam and was going through a cultural revolution with the Beatles, Woodstock, and the rise of feminism. The first floppy disk was invented by IBM. The first email was sent out, and the first cell phone call was transmitted. A time in America where ambitions were high and dreamers from all over the world sought to find and live the real American dream just as it is today. While this was going on in the United States, the rest of the world was in turmoil, with revolutions and independence movements growing in Africa, Europe in chaos over the Cold War, and Asian tigers just beginning to wake up. A younger but less handsome version of myself, Mori Fazal, a boy from Africa, deeply inspired by the Apollo 11 moon landing, sat my parents down and connived them to let me venture into America to find and live my dream. With an airline ticket and $72 in my pocket as seed money, I landed in New York in 1972. A little too excited, I experienced a massive cultural shock while walking into a drugstore to discover the drug scene in America, only to find out that that's what's called a pharmacy back home. I started my typical immigrant experience by working in gas stations, factories, flipping burgers, and cleaning toilets at the White Castle. Eventually, I landed a suit and a tie job in an export management company trading in everything from soups to nuts. In 1988, I decided to embark on my dream of starting my own business and convinced Kevin and my late friend Canio D'Emilia to join me in this endeavor. All of us had a background in trade, which was something a lot of companies were doing. We wanted to find a way to step out of our comfort zone and take our business to a new level. We weren't content with taking any brand and shipping it out to different markets. We aspired to do more with brands we had at hand. We saw an opportunity to become an integral part of building the equity of American brands outside the US. Moving away from export trading to export marketing, we wanted to take trading companies and mature them into marketing brands. Thus, Global Export Marketing was born, with a mission to provide excellence in international trade, management, and development. With Bob Kapuscinski joining us, our four-man dream team was complete. Although we were a small team, we had big ambitions of building long-term relationships, building brands, and taking those brands all over the world. We began with just 4 brands: Sous Bee Honey, Ken's Steakhouse Dressings, Royal Oak, and our own home brand, American Garden. And we focused on 4 to 5 markets in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Jordan, and Kuwait.
A few years down the line, we saw the need to expand, develop our business and our partners' brands. By building a strong distribution network, developing a deep understanding of our consumers and their behavior, and knowing each market and its compliance issues and regulations, Global Export began to spread its wings across the world. Driven by key pillars of quality, service, reliability, and the unwavering belief in the power of building trusted relationships, Global Export quickly built up its reputation for providing quality products, achieving customer satisfaction, and setting the benchmark for excellence within the industry. As our portfolio grew to include famous American brands like Keebler, Sweet Baby Ray's, and French's, we began branching out from the Middle East into Africa, Asia, and Europe. 10 years later, Global Export had become truly global. Our own brand, American Garden, which offered consumers authentic American products, made with original U.S. recipes, using the highest quality ingredients, as well as the other brands that were represented, were in 20 different countries. Our distribution network was stronger than ever, and we also acquired exclusive licensing rights for diamond foil, wraps, and bags in the Middle East and Africa. Today, 25 years later, we are present in over 50 countries around the world. Our entrepreneurial spirit has pushed us to seek out new ventures in new markets and we have strived to remain at the forefront of what we do, exporting and adapting Western flavors to global cultures hungry for our products. But the world is changing rapidly, and to keep pace with that change, we must innovate, we must excel, we must face challenges head-on and be open to change ourselves.
Introducing Gemco, the new face of global export. Leading the way to unexplored territories, finding creative ways of doing business, and enabling brands to take advantage of the world we live in today and in the future. Starting 2013, Gemco will be expanding into new markets, focusing on emerging markets in Africa and Asia. We will create a more localized presence by opening regional offices. Gemco will strengthen our regional distribution even further through market distribution, licensing, and in-market manufacturing. To keep up with developing consumer demands, we will venture into new categories like specialty foods, confectionery, frozen foods, and healthy ranges that include gluten-free and organic food options. It is an exciting time for our industry and for Gemco.
Our own American Garden is a leader in many markets. This year, we have revamped the brand, giving it a new look and feel, and creating new product families like Light Blue and World Explorer, catering to the changing tastes and needs of our consumers today. We have also championed the brands of our partners, seeking out potential, finding the right gaps in new markets, and growing those brands into those spaces to ensure growth and profitability. At Gemco, we believe where there are barriers, we will find opportunities for growth. Where there's competition, we will compete with innovative solutions and strong business ethics. And where there's no path, we will make one. More importantly, our success would not have been possible without you, our suppliers, partners in trade, retail, and distribution. Thank you for your trust in us. Thank you for helping us build truly global brands. Many of you have been on this journey with us for the last 25 years, and we look forward to being with you for the next 25.